This is BOBcast.
BuffaloBrotherhood.com.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the Buffalo Brotherhood. This is the BOBcast, episode 104. And I'm Ryan. Alongside me, as always, is
Mike.
And across the table from him is
Doug.
This is pretty cool. 104. I don't know. Is there? I guess there's a radio station nearby that's 104.1. And 104 was sort of in my head.
WLBC.
WLBC.
104.1.
Right before the show started, I was like, "Hey, we haven't done an ad.
Muncie.
We didn't do an ad for last week and this week. We didn't do an Audible ad, so that's all right. We'll get back on it next time.
We can always add it.
We can always add it. If you heard it at the beginning of the show, it's because we added it.
There you go.
If you didn't, no big deal. But hey,
we'll do a post.
We put in post.
No, we'll do it live. Yeah.
Welcome to the show this week. Welcome to the lodge this week. We're the three of us are here again today, and we're going to talk a little bit about Rouge One trailer, which I know has been out for a while now since this came out, but we've had time to process it, and we've sort of gleaned some information. I do have to. Doug just informed me that I have to state of retraction already.
Oh, yes.
Even though we record these things back to back, and it's only been a few minutes since we stopped.
But to you, it's been a week.
To you, it's been a week, and my error will be widely known now. J.J. Abrams reported last time that yes, that Ray has not met her parents yet. He has come out with his interview with Chris Rock and clarified she has not identified her parents yet. So he gave us absolutely no new information.
It was probably done on purpose to continue to confuse.
Think so?
Yes. I would not be surprised.
So if you live in a French village and you were smoking a cigarette, wearing a beret, and eating a baguette, and you happen to know the answer to the question, we have $3.84 pooled together to buy that off of you. Other than that, that's all we have on the retraction news. Did you guys have a good week? We're pretending like a week has happened. Have you?
Yeah, it was fantastic.
Fantastic.
Really?
Finally hit the lottery.
Did you play a lot of golf?
I did.
Did you? Okay.
I got my first hole in one.
No longer time traveling here, Doug. Did you play golf today? Really?
No, I
saw you. Today. I had to go to Hartford today to watch my nephew in a basketball game, and you were coming in off of 26 that runs through, like coming in from the country club area.
Oh no, I was stopping off at a person's house, and I just had turned right there by the fire station.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
No,
I went to the driving range.
Oh, you did?
Yeah.
Did you have a good time?
Driving range.
I have
Shoulders hurt.
My friend of mine who does scouts with me. He's taking lessons out there this year, and he's been.
Courtney's taking lessons.
I'm going all the time. If you want to go, call me. I'll go golfing. We'll go out to MDs together. Just haven't done it. I want to, but I just haven't done it.
Well, I've been telling myself now that I can see it from my office that one Friday I'm just going to have my clubs in the car and just go over there. So I planned it out today, and it worked out. So
what do you? How do you eat your lunch? Just in the car? Or you just don't
I eat my lunch before or after.
You have enough time on your lunch break? I just
eat at my desk. I eat while I'm on the clock, basically.
Oh, hey!
Your
hair grows on company time. You should get it cut on company time. Is what my grandfather used to say.
That is a weird statement. That is strange, but okay. Sure.
It makes complete sense.
I guess it does.
Too. Your body uses calories on company time. You should be able to consume calories on company time.
Okay. Probably not what I consume, but
can't be that bad.
It's pretty bad.
I eat a handful of almonds and a chewy granola bar every day.
I told you.
What?
That's it? That's all you eat?
That's all I eat.
Like in the whole day?
No, I eat a handful of almonds for breakfast when I take my medicine. Yay, me. I have to take medicine now. And then at lunch, I eat another handful of almonds and a chewy, like a granola bar, like a Cliff Bar.
And then what do you eat for dinner?
For whatever we fix.
So you gorge yourself at dinner?
No, I mean, we don't fix that much. Like tonight I had 2 slices of pizza and 2 breadsticks.
Yeah.
And it was a DiGiorno pizza, so honestly, they are wider across the crust than they are towards the middle.
That's usually a triangle. That's how that works, Ryan.
No. Okay, it is.
Who cuts their pizza in rectangles? Is it like supposed to be like a school pizza?
No, what I'm trying to say is that the circle. I didn't think it was that funny.
It was really the way that you were diagram. It was
it's
a revelation.
It's a short triangle. It's a short triangle.
The
circle
crust tip was wider.
I'll wait. This is how every show starts. Every show starts with me trying to get things moving, and you guys just laughing hysterically at some stupid apparently that I've said.
Anyway, you ate 2 little tiny pieces of pizza.
Yeah, I had 2 tiny pieces of pizza and some breadstick. That's what I had. That's what I've eaten today. And Mikey always says that you're way under calories and your body's just in constant starvation mode. I don't know what else.
Yep. Anyways, let's not talk about that.
I had an olive burger. It's delicious.
From 2 Johnnies? I've had one.
Damn.
I've had one time. They are really good. There's something about it, and I can't do it at home. I've watched the Star Press video where who's the Chow Hound? Who's the guy that does his videos?
I don't know, but
John, whatever.
What, do you have one?
Yeah, he when they first opened up, he went down and he had one, and they actually showed him how to make it.
It's good quality beef, and they grind up. I mean, it's chopped up green olives on top of it with.
I think it's in the meat though.
It's in the
mixed.
There may be some in the meat too, but it's also chopped up on top. It's got bacon, and then it's got the blue cheese crumbles that are melted. It's a good blue cheese that they crumble up and melt on top.
It's really good.
It is,
and some kind of mayo.
It's probably.
I'm not an olive guy.
Probably gonna be 2,000.
I don't
calories.
like olives. Like I don't like to eat olives on
cheese.
Pizza.
Is a lot of calories.
I don't think no. It's probably not.
I don't like to eat olives by themselves at all.
The hamburger itself, I'd say, is probably a good 700-800 calories. Yeah.
olives
are acceptable on a pizza if there's not a lot of them, but that olive burger is so good. Like
my favorite Subway sandwich is a steak and cheese with just black olives and mayo.
Mine's an MLT. Mutton lettuce tomato. Where the mutton is nice and lean.
They have mutton at Subway? I thought that was sheep. Isn't mutton sheep?
Mutton is nice and lean.
I'm not getting the reference. I'm all right with it.
liar.
What? Geez.
Whoa.
Liar. Princess Bride,
Yeah.
Ryan.
Oh. Okay.
Crystal.
Yeah.
The delicatessen.
Should we get to what we're supposed to be talking about?
We're talking about Rogue One, but
we were talking about going golfing. You went to the driving range and
yeah, that's what you started it.
Did I start it?
yeah, you started.
I just asked how it went, and I said
we
there's
got
a
off
friend
on
of
you,
mine.
I had a
you
good
starving
time.
yourself with almonds.
My shoulders hurt because I didn't stretch very well beforehand. And it's the first time I've been out this season, and
You gotta stretch those muscles.
yeah, so my
Gotta hit
shoulder and
that
my
woodwork.
one side over here from that little twist I do. Straightened out my drive a little bit though.
Good.
That's what I was worried about.
Gotta hit that woodwork.
Twisted it around.
We're all over the map. I'm coaching T-ball this year.
Fantastic.
I was outside practicing, just throwing the ball. I'm nervous about being able to pitch to the kids.
Isn't it underhand
What I mean,
or tee? It's on a tee, I guess.
You want to give them
you pitch a few
6 pitches or so, and then if they don't hit it, put it on the tee. But you don't really want to do it underhand if you can get it overhand, because if you can get it overhand, then the faster the ball goes in, the faster it comes off the bat, the more entertaining.
Are you coaching boys or girls?
Well, both. I mean, my
Co-ed.
daughter was on the team.
They didn't have that when I played t-ball.
They probably did. You just didn't know it because most girls didn't do it.
Nope, no girls.
Okay, well, we could have put Zoe on a softball team. There's a softball league down there. The problem is there's only 2 teams on the softball league, and I don't know anybody in the softball league, and I know more about baseball, which is essentially the same as softball. I realized that, but I had no intentions of coaching, so I said, hey, let's just sign her up. And then apparently there's a bunch of kids that signed up the same year, and the coach, the guy of the league said, hey, would you be interested in coaching? And I said, not really. He said, we kind of need you to coach. I said, okay.
I'm probably going to end up being the secondary coach of Jules' soccer team. So,
because that's a weird. In baseball, it's called the assistant coach, but in soccer, it's secondary coach.
I don't
Europeans.
No, we showed up for our first game, and he was by himself. So he doesn't have a backup person. So most of the teams have an assistant or something like that. So he didn't. So I'm going to tell him next game, even though I'm only going to be there every other game. So we'll see how that works out. Because we have an 18-month-old, and an 18-month-old, there's no point taking to a soccer game if you want to watch the game. So,
well, here's
they can't start playing till 24 months.
And I'm not telling you how to handle this with your wife, but I went through something similar when I had an 18-month-old when my son was playing t-ball.
Right.
I basically just said, we as a family are agreeing to take on this position, and you can go and I'll sit with our daughter while you help coach the team, or we're just going to figure out whether or not you need to go or not.
Well, we're taking turns.
But if you're making a commitment to the
I
coach,
didn't make the commitment yet. I'm going to tell him every time I'm here, I can help you.
All right.
Take it or leave it.
All right.
It's U6. It's the lowest form of soccer. It's
t-ball.
a pile of kids. It is a pile of kids around one ball.
We tried
that. Try to pick it up.
We tried that.
I mean, that's really what it was. But actually, Jules, I'm not going to brag or anything, but she's probably the best one on her team.
Anybody from really Iceland on her team?
No.
Then I don't think anybody on the show would.
That'd be traveling. That would be Tuesdays and Thursdays. It's
all the way in Reykjavik.
Yeah.
Reykjavik.
That's how we. That's how we locals say.
Get it right.
Yeah, here we don't. Yeah. Reykjavik.
Let's talk about Rogue One.
Rogue One.
Okay, so for anybody who
hard
doesn't
transition into Rogue One.
So anybody who doesn't know, Rogue One is
a Star Wars story.
A Star Wars story. It is not to involve necessarily too much in the way of the saga storyline, as in the character. There's not supposed to be a lot of crossover within characters and so forth. It's supposed to be expanding out this universe a little bit. It's going to give us another opportunity to get another strong female lead. And it's all takes place a prequel and a sequel at the same time. I have to give Doug Fant credit for that one, because he was like, how does it make you feel to know that this movie is going to be a sequel and a prequel at the same time? I was like, I don't know. Like, I haven't really thought about it.
Yeah.
It just pigeonholes between episode 3 and episode 4.
So it's a squeakquel?
It's a squeakquel.
They really should list it on their website in order. It doesn't. It lists 7, then Rogue One. And
maybe they're in order of release.
No, because 1, 2, and 3 is in front of 4, 5, and 6.
No, maybe it's in order of awesomeness. Least one being, because 6 would be the last one, right? Return of the Jedi, and then 7. That makes sense. It follows my order. It's okay. I'm just messing around. It's all right. Don't take offense to it, man.
Anyways.
We don't know 100% yet that these are the confirmed storylines, but the teaser trailer sort of supports it. That this is going to be the story of a female spy, essentially, who's tasked with stealing the plans of the Death Star. When episode 4 opens up, Vader is capturing Leia because he knows that she has the plans to the Death Star. Spoiler alert: she hid it in R2D2,
a floppy disk
into R2D2. So this is going to be the story about how those plans got into Leia's hands. The plans get into the hands.
Correct.
And the teaser trailer came out, and it honestly looks really, really good. It looks authentic. It looks, they're not making an episode 1 mistake. We're making everything look new and shiny and brand new in this universe.
That's what sold me on it, was just the dirtiness of
the genuineness.
Yeah, it just looks filthy. You know what I'm saying? Like, just like it, like the planets have been through wars and like just nastiness. Like,
It looks like a live action version of Rebels too. I mean, I get a real strong sense of that. They've done a really good job of giving that.
Because Rebels was between what 4 and
no, Rebels is in the same time
Rebels is
period.
right before this.
Right before this.
Okay. I thought Rebels was between 4 and 5.
No,
Nope.
Rebels is between 3 and 4. It's
okay.
the rise of the Imperials.
Yep. I think it's like 5 years.
The birth
before
of the
New Hope.
rebellion.
I haven't
Something like
watched
that.
much of it. I need
I
to.
thought it was closer to 3 than it is 4. No, because
No.
Leia's
Yeah,
grown
yeah.
up. Leia's grown up.
Yeah.
We see Leia in Rebels. We see Ahsoka Tano in
So-
Rebels too. So there still has to be another purge of Jedi at some point between those two movies.
She's no Jedi.
That's true. She's not. She has white lightsabers. It's not fair.
Oh boy.
But I mean, they just keep. Anyway, this isn't a show about Rebels, but so it looks really good, and it opens up. I mean, how are we going to do this? We're going to go scene by scene. I mean, people have seen it before. I don't know.
We can do that.
Yeah,
Hold
we'll
on just 1 second. I will get it pulled up. Not up there.
Okay.
Can't do that, bro. I mean, I can, but I don't want to take the chance to mess anything up.
Got to make it perfect.
Yeah.
Well, it opens up with a scene. Oh wait! I did want to tell you this. This isn't Star Wars related at all, but I had it on my phone ready to go, and then I forgot.
Okay.
So, all right, sorry about this. Red Dead Redemption 2's map was leaked.
Ooh.
Okay, so if you're not familiar with Red Dead Redemption, it's a video game, a really good video
It's
game.
going to be the reason why I buy a PS4.
And Red Dead Redemption 2's map was leaked. It is a prequel because the map doesn't have train stations,
Yeah.
and it actually takes place on the same property. Like it's very much the same area, the first one.
Okay.
So there you go. That's all I want to
Nice.
say.
Okay.
Okay, so let's hear this. Let's hear some noises.
All right.
And there's some noises.
Piano.
Okay,
Nice.
stop. All right, so right away, I just wanted to chime in, and the music is phenomenal. throughout
it's
the whole entire
fantastic.
trailer, and it's not scored by John Williams. First Star Wars movie not filmed by
Right.
John Williams,
Right.
but it is.
But whoever did the trailer composition could be anybody. I mean, it may not necessarily be that guy.
You are correct.
True.
But I will say that I do like the direction it's taking. It is a very simple, almost wrought down sort of version of the music, which goes to this sort of simple, wrought down version of a rebellion. It's not full fledged. It's just same as the battle station is not fully operational yet either. So I like the ripped down version. And then we get an establishing shot with our opening female character, whose name is Janice Urso.
Jyn Erso.
Jyn
We're going to hear it here in a
Urso.
second.
Jyn Erso.
There.
Jyn
I don't know
Urso.
how well YouTube can see that, but
Well, you
just pull it up on a
YouTube.
second, second screen or something. So
Yeah, or you've seen it before, and we'll just sort of talk
Yeah.
you through. No characters in known or old characters seems to match up with this character. So there's
No.
going to be a new property, and again, just centering on this strong female leads.
A name for the record?
Jyn Urso.
Forgery of Imperial.
So she's British. She's speaking with a British accent.
true.
The only other, Leia.
A Britain in a galaxy far, far away.
So she's could be royal. She could be an imperial.
In the past, those accents are tied primarily with imperial characters.
Right.
But
right.
Rey has a British accent and kept her British accent in the film. And now Jyn is keeping her British accent in the film, or they're choosing to
Not connected.
not connected.
No.
Strong, athletic build, brown hair.
No.
Maybe I'm just playing a little devil's advocate here, but we don't know who Rey's parents are. This would be, her and Luke Skywalker would be
That would
essentially-
make her, if she's, we'll say 20.
okay. Her,
We'll say she's a little older than that. Maybe.
I think she's younger than that because they're starting a rap sheet that she's 14. I think they're playing her to be like 18 or 19.
Okay. Let's go an even 20.
Sure.
Let's go an even 20. That means at the end of Jedi, she is.
No, just think of it this way. If she's 20 there, she's almost the same age or 1 or 2 years older than Luke and Leia.
Yeah. A couple years older.
Okay.
Maybe a couple years older. Is it so?
And how old are we putting Rey?
We think Rey is about 4 years less than Kylo Ren. 4 or 5 years less than Kylo Ren.
So we're gonna put her at.
I thought he was older
20?
than that. I thought he was like 7 or 8 years older than
Maybe.
that.
So we're gonna put her at 20.
Yeah, sure.
Okay. So how long are we looking at between 4, 5, and 6?
What is it?
Which is again, just use Luke
10 to 12 years.
and Leia as your.
So 12 years.
10 to 12. She'd be around 30-ish probably at the end of Jedi.
You think from A New Hope
No, what
to
I'm-
Return of the Jedi?
I'm
is 12
putting-
years?
Isn't it like 10 years around there? Right
I
around 10
didn't
years?
think it was that much.
There's a pretty big gap in between.
Empire.
Empire.
And Return.
Okay. So if it's 10 years, she's already had a child. Because
Maybe.
if this is only a few years before that,
Maybe, but not
then
necessarily.
that would not put her old enough to be.
First off, you're assuming you understand the life cycle of whatever human planet she's from.
Well,
you
she
also
would,
said
she
she was
would be
British. So
Well, I'm just saying.
Let's not read too much into this.
You know,
as
a back
her
to
being-
tank.
there's no point
Suspended
talking about because you're
animation.
wrong. Let's go.
All right, she's in the Yavin base
Right.
from episode 4.
She's a rebel. She's a rebel. She's a rogue. She's
Not
Rogue One.
yet.
Well, she's a
She's not part of the Rebel Alliance and a traitor yet. Haha. You like that? Okay.
take her away.
Okay.
Documents, possession of stolen property, aggravated assault, resisting arrest.
That music, man.
On your own from the age of
Now, this
15,
is where it got me. I'm like,
reckless,
Okay.
aggressive,
Mon Mothma.
and undisciplined.
And that is
like,
Mon.
holy crap.
Okay, so let's
Yeah.
talk real quick about
She
Mon
looks
Mothma.
more like Mon Mothma than she did in episode 3.
Okay, so as Doug is alluding to, there was a scene in episode 3 in which
Or if
they
it's the same person.
It
is
is.
the same person. They casted this lady to play Mon Mothma in episode 3. She had a scene. It's a deleted scene. It's a deleted scene of her and Bail Organa
And a few other
Jimmy
senators.
Smits or whatever, Jimmy Smits, and a few others, and like Yoda, basically like meeting. Yeah, I think it basically replaces the scene of.
She's got a couple of scenes, actually, I believe.
I only knew the one.
But she's not in the movie.
They
but
deleted all of them.
All of her scenes were cut, and
And they're actually were halfway decent ones, too.
yeah,
so.
but they had to get more like
Lucas.
they had to get more whiny Anakin in the third one. They didn't have room for that, so they when they had to fill the role, I just think it's really cool that they gave her another shot, that they called her up or whatever it is. I don't know if she had to audition for it or what, but just the fact that they were like, we have someone in the wings who's done it before, and we never really gave her a chance to do it, and have her come back
cool.
and do it. That's a
And she looks like Mon Mothma.
you got a
Yeah.
spitting image. The first time you see her, I honestly thought it was CGI. I thought they just CGI'd a younger version of Mon Mothma in there, but then you see it again, you could tell it's a real person. But
So then we have her in a.
In the recreation of the battle planning room on Yavin.
And can we say that too? Just a little bit about the list of charges that she has against her. It gives you. I know we
wanna
talked.
go back and.
No, we don't need to go back.
Forging documents.
It gives you like a theft.
Resisting
and so on.
arrest.
It makes me feel like it's very much like a female Ezra Bridger, and I don't know if you watch Rebels or not, but those are the type of things that he's doing all throughout Rebels, which is kind of cool. And then there'll be another scene here when we talk about it. Go.
A rebellion, isn't it?
Action.
I rebel.
Very cool. Okay, can
We
we
have a
pause it?
mission.
I can't see it. Did we see the guy yet?
No, she's getting ready.
She's riding in a.
She's riding in a
vehicle.
something.
Okay, so that's a pretty cool shot, I thought, really, because I've always heard that this movie is going to be more like a World War II sort of film, or sort of like a mix between a World War II, like Saving Private Ryan and Ocean's 11, sort of like a heist film and a war film, sort of intermingled. Like you can make all the best laid plans, always sort of fall through in war. You know, like it's I don't know. Have you guys got that gist of it as well? But that scene where she's sitting there looking out the window just reminds of it's the same one like Tom Hanks in the U-boat, or not U-boat, but in the
The transporters.
the
getting on
transporters-
deep-
My
Yeah.
guess is that
laying on
she's
Omaha,
probably been
like-
arrested. My thing is she's probably arrested right here and is being transported somewhere.
You think so?
Yeah.
Maybe the rebels attack it and free her at this point.
Yeah, possibly. I think that all of this stuff that's happening is probably happening within the first act of
I don't
the
think so. I don't think so. I think
so.
we have a.
I mean, this shot though could even be before where they've picked her up. You know,
I think they'll go with the same thing, just like they did in A New Hope.
A New Hope
or Force Awakens.
So,
the majority
it's the
majority
same
of the majority of the footage is from early on in the film.
I don't know. We see things later on, like we'll get to it, but like plans, I can't see it, so it makes it very hard to talk about it. But okay, go ahead.
For you.
Awesome shot
A
of
major
Star
weapons
Destroyers.
test is imminent.
Oh,
we need to know
now,
what it is
the
and how to
gun.
destroy it.
That gun.
I
being
watched
set.
all sorts of reaction videos on YouTube to this, and I cannot believe how many people like did not realize that was not the Death Star until it pulled out completely and showing it was. What else could it possibly be?
yeah. I mean, to be that big,
behind
a Star Destroyer. I mean, yeah.
But the Star Destroyers look awesome, and
They
if that's a CGI, that is some really good CGI. Yeah. I have no idea if it is or a model, but
I think it's the lighting on it. The what sells this shot right here is that the sun coming around on everything.
But what I like so much about it is that it's good, accurate representation of what sunlight is like in outer space. You know, when it's hitting, it's just raw, pure, bright, and you have that contrast.
And the absence of sunlight.
Right. It's just pure dark.
It's black, yeah. There's not really a middle point. You don't get like an orange sun is rising sort of. It's on or off.
Yeah.
So they're putting the dish in.
So the dish is coming down.
Yeah, they're setting it. And then they sort of, in the what's the line there? A major weapons test is
imminent.
Okay.
Yeah.
Is that clear?
So we get that guy.
Yes, sir.
We get that guy, and then here comes this is going to be really hard on to listen to all like
I'll have to turn
52 of them. I think I tried to count them one time.
I love it though. I love that
that sound
and the feeling that you get. It's just like, action.
And then there's like
leading
you see all these ants scrambling around. Then we see our two protagonists. We see her and her like military escort. I'm not sure who the Han Solo-esque Poe Dameron sort of character is following her around. Obviously, he's a member of her team. Like I feel like
probably
he should be
her watcher.
I feel like he should be like eating something, like the Brad Pitt character in Ocean's 11 all the time. Like how he was always just eating something.
Continue. Your Ocean's 11 reference here, I'm kind of losing.
You mark my word, it's going to be more of a heist film than what you think.
Yeah, but I don't think it's going to be as goofy as
Ocean's 11. But
Ocean's
Ocean's 11, to me, I never took away the goofy side of it. It was a very well thought out.
That movie has tons of goof to it.
Well, it's silly. I mean, there are silly parts. It's humorous.
Silly is different than goofy.
Okay. I didn't mean silly. Humorous. I guess there's thought. Clever parts. Let's say
fun.
Clever.
I don't think this movie is going to be that much fun.
Well, I think you get the World War II side of it. You're right. It's not.
It's going to be dirty. It's going to be dark. It's going to be.
There'll be some.
Harsh.
There'll be moments of levity.
But I think that there'll be like there will be a moment or two moments in this movie where like we think, oh crap, they're caught, it's over, it's ended, whatever it is, the jig is up, and then we're gonna find out that no, they kind of planned for that, or no, she kind of had a contingency plan for that. I think we're gonna see lots of those sort of red herrings.
They better.
That's what it's called.
Yeah, they better, or else she'll be Mary Sue too.
Okay, let me see how low we are here.
The next shot of the new Grand Admiral looking guy.
Okay, so
you know who that guy is? That guy was in
his name is Ben Mendelsohn.
He was in Batman, wasn't he?
Yes. Yeah.
Was he in the Dark Knight?
I can't remember which one he was.
No,
in.
he was in the last one.
Yeah, he was the guy who was making the deal with Bane.
Yeah. That guy. Yeah. I just realized who he was.
Well, he looks very, very bad.
Well, I've seen some different videos where some people were like, well, is this supposed to be the Tarkin character or whatever?
Or it's not Tarkin.
It's not Tarkin. Tarkin's going to look like what Tarkin
clearly has a different military uniform. He's got a cape on, which indicates to me maybe he's some kind of royalty before.
Well, the position, the white suit and the rank sets him at a Grand Admiral level. the Grand Admiral level. There's been a few of them in the comic books and even in the new current set of. But the one that I'm thinking of was a female. Obviously, that's not going to be the same one. I'm
6 red, 6 blue.
I'm still thinking they're going to introduce some sort of Thrawn, Grand Admiral Thrawn sort of reference. Whether they still make him an alien or just not make him an alien and make him like this. I mean, it's Khan, not Khan, sort of.
Right.
It's
Thrawn, not Thrawn.
It's Thrawn, not Thrawn.
Yeah. It would be awesome. What would really be awesome is if he survives the film and at some point there's some sort of hollow imaging device that gets damaged and his skin is actually blue and
he just takes his makeup off or something as well.
Like Jack Nicholson did
in Batman. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Then we get some really cool pictures of some stormtroopers.
All right.
And then we get Forrest Whitaker.
Continue the forward with the progression, Mike. Yep, stormtroopers, Forrest Whitaker and his
What will you do?
Death Trooper there. His Forrest Whitaker looks like some kind of bounty hunter to me.
Yeah, I don't know
I
if
think
he's
that's what he is.
Yeah, there's been lots of rumors about bounty hunters being in this movie, especially Fett and Bosk both.
Or at least some kind of mercenary.
The synopsis of the movie that I read, the actual synopsis says bounty hunters and Rebel Alliance team to get the plans.
Well, I think that's what I was going to go
It's
with.
actually mentioned in the synopsis of the story.
That's what I was going to go. I think we might see Fett in here at some point as sort of,
in the background?
Well, maybe not necessarily in the background, but it could be like, I was talking to Doug Fan about it. It was just like, it would be interesting to see like Fett disintegrate somebody here, which alludes to the fact that, that it didn't happen before.
Disintegrations.
Or, there's a reason why Vader had to tell him that in Empire,
That'd be cool.
As long as it's done well, it's not cheesy. We don't see like some guy like freeze frame and then turn to ash or something like that. But I thought that'd be good. There was a lot of speculation early on about Fett possibly working for the Rebels, and then that's sort of been shot down.
Why not? If they're paying him.
Well, it's sort of been shot.
The man's out for money. Only money.
Yeah, but who's going to butter your bread right now more? The Empire.
And that's sort of what the leaks has come out of the production.
But maybe that's where he's located at now. I mean, that's who's closest.
But I think the mercenary or the bounty hunter that works with the Rebels is probably the Whitaker character.
Yeah.
But then again,
maybe he gets disintegrated.
He seems really menacing though. So I mean, it's a possibility that he's got them cornered or something like that. I'm not sure.
That would be good if they did a throw into that.
The disintegration?
Yeah.
You're welcome. You're welcome. I'm here all week. I make PowerPoints of this stuff. It's cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. Good.
When they catch you.
What will you do when they catch you? So they're running. Donna Yin.
All right, stop. Go back. Okay, you see that robot? You see that robot a few times in the movie.
Yes, it's supposedly Alan Tudyk's character.
Yeah, Alan Tudyk's character. I saw that too, but there's a couple of robots that we see or have had in like non-canon, and then in the book, was it Lost Galaxy or whatever it is? Not Lost Galaxy.
Lost Stars.
Afterburn. Aftermath. That's it. One of the characters there has a like fully autonomous like HK droid, human killer droid, like assassin droid that he's reprogrammed to basically become his bodyguard. I'm kind of thinking that that's what we're seeing, a version of that here, because we're seeing that droid a lot, and I'm so excited. I'm pumped. As much as anything else I've seen in the trailer here, to have an actual droid who isn't just comic relief,
right?
An actual droid that serves a function, or that has, that we see take more of a heroic stance to it. Because
Roger.
Exactly. But that's actually what the droid is in the. I said HK model, but it's not. It's an old battle droid.
Yeah.
In the Aftermath movie.
Is it one of those or one of the Rolly droid?
No, it's like
the shield.
It's a regular battle droid.
Okay.
It's that he's basically put like a bodyguard protecting and improved its servos or whatever. I don't know. It's sci-fi. But I would love to see that sort of thing. But he kind of looks a little bit like the bigger destroyer droids.
The silvery
the
ones.
silver ones, the arms that come out.
Yeah.
He kind of has that sort of height to it, but
Let me
obviously,
scroll back so we can-
Well,
obviously
this guy's a
looks-
black droid.
I
The
think it's-
rumor was that the
Right
droid
there.
was an Imperial droid that they hack, and now he's working for the Rebel.
You know who he kind of looks like? His body type kind of looks like Grievous with 2 arms.
Yeah, maybe a little bit. It does have sort of
Yeah,
that
kinda.
rotator shoulders.
Like his
Kinda.
head, like the top of his
And they're
head.
running
kinda
through
low.
some sort of Imperial shopping mall or
No,
something.
I think that's the Death Star.
You think?
It looks like a subway station.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah, I think it's like a transport thing on the Death Star. But more importantly, go back again.
Could be.
If you can freeze frame it on it during the scene. Obviously, we're looking at different things. Stop. Oh, I didn't get it. I didn't get mine. Did you?
Okay.
Of what?
well,
Of what? What are we looking for?
Look at her hand.
Of
Look
her
in her
hand?
hand. Look in her hand, the one closest to the train
she's
station.
got a DVD and a
yeah,
VHS.
yeah,
tape.
yeah.
Yeah.
So it looks like it. I think that's the plans of the Death Star. I think that's the Death Star plans right there.
Could be.
Which means that obviously that's going to happen much later.
The
in
Death
the film.
Star DVD box
Is that
set.
Lando?
Maybe not. It might not be later on. That could happen early on.
Is that Lando?
No, that's the guy I think that was with her. The earlier on, her
Oh, okay,
handler.
okay. Just
Who knows?
yeah. All right.
What will you do if they break you?
Donnie Yen, his character.
There's the big guy.
Okay, the shuttle getting blown up. Is that an Imperial shuttle? You believe?
It looks like Kylo Ren's.
I know it almost does look like Kylo. Go back, so I'm like,
Okay, all right. No, there's one. We got a big one to go at 119, but yeah, the big. To me, like that's like that could be
It's
like
all
one of
right.
those moments where like the Imperial shuttle they're running towards it and they're ready to go and that's their exit plan.
There you go.
And then it blows up and then they get caught.
tried to
No, it's got
see-
4 wings. It's
Yeah.
bigger than.
I was just trying to see if guys get blown away, and I couldn't see if they were stormtroopers or rebels. If this is some sort of rebel transport. So
I think there's another one back there. In the back.
yeah, I don't know. But anyway,
Well, it looks like an exit door almost. It looks like
Yeah.
Okay, so it's making me think of like Yavin, or not Yavin. Endor, the Force move Endor, like that door that they bunker up into as they're trying to get into the shield generator.
Yeah.
It kind of gives me.
I'm
that
talking
feel.
about up in the air.
there's something.
There's something behind
Maybe it's a
it.
ship. Maybe that's what blew it up. Was a ship.
We're at 116 or 115.
Yeah, I'm seeing the guy walk across the water.
Okay.
For a
Go
guy, I mean, I didn't realize he could walk across the water.
Well, it's not that
So-
deep, obviously, since there's stormtroopers laying on top
Pretty
of the
cool
water.
shot though.
You mean stormtroopers don't float?
Yeah. Well, maybe they do.
Pretty cool shot though. I mean,
Yeah.
it definitely establishes him as a guy that is merciless. I don't care. I'm just walking past all my dead troops with not a care in the
Remorse.
world. Yeah.
An acceptable loss of life.
Okay, right there. That was it.
So who is that? Okay, what we're referring to is the
not
scene
Vader.
right after where you see a dark cloaked figure who's silhouetted from the front going up to what is a back-to tank. It looks like a back-to tank all lit up. There's 2
okay.
royal guards on either side, and he's going to kneel down.
So
Yeah, maybe
you
it
would
is
be
Vader.
you would be led to believe because the royal guards only answer to the emperor,
Right.
And typically were only ever seen with the emperor.
Right.
So my thought would be either if they don't stray from the prior canon, which I mean obviously they could, but
Yeah.
if they wanted to kind of stick with it, my assumption would be that either A, it is the emperor there, or the emperor that's being approached, or the emperor approaching someone that he has confined.
Vader.
No. Why would the emperor kneel to Vader?
No, I think we're getting
that's a good
I
point.
think we're getting a different character, but I'm
A
gonna
different
throw-
Sith?
I don't know.
I don't think
it's
so.
possible.
I
I
don't
don't
think you're
think
going to
it's
get.
another
I don't think you're going to
Sith.
get
Okay,
that
well,
many new villains.
You would have Palpatine, who has a history of having more than one apprentice going at the same time anyway, just based on the first 3 movies. He's got Dooku going the same time that
No, he doesn't.
No.
He has Dooku, and then Anakin kills Dooku, and Anakin becomes his apprentice.
but then he would have had Maul.
Dooku
Before
became
t-
his apprentice after
after
Maul
Maul
died.
I think he ran. them
Always
at the same
2
time.
there are.
Yeah.
Okay, so I think it's a back-to-tank sort of thing. I think the Emperor's inside the back-to-tank. And whoever this is coming to kneel down at the Emperor to receive his orders.
I don't think it's Vader.
I don't think it's Vader either because it's not a cape, it's a cloak.
Right.
It is obvious. It is very much a cloak.
I don't think that's how they would introduce Vader in that type of little blip fashion.
You don't think that old Christensen's inside that tank there?
No.
No, because this guy kneels.
Yeah.
So what if it was
unless he's Vader's apprentice?
But what I mean,
Why
they
are
could be
Royal
moving. The Royal Guards could be protecting Vader because Vader's in that thing. What's it called? I can't remember.
back to tank?
Back to
Yeah.
tank?
He's gonna be
Possibly.
floating in there like Luke was. You know, he's gonna fly out. Come on.
with no arms and one
I
half a
don't
leg.
think
Yeah.
so. He's got his meditation chamber. I mean, that's really not.
Not yet.
Maybe this is what happens before the meditation chamber.
Yeah.
I don't think it's Vader. in
Isn't
there.
that on the Death Star?
No, that's on his ship.
Oh yeah.
It's it's an interesting shot. I just was trying to think outside the box that maybe it's the Emperor who has someone that
I'm interested by that.
This could be a bounty hunter.
But why does he kneel?
maybe it's Plagueis. Who's Snoke. And he's got his old master captured, and he still respects him.
No, I don't think they would do that.
That's why the guards
Where
are there.
Was he at for 3 movies? He just
No, I
disappeared.
don't-
They're going to have
I
to
don't
get
know.
rid of him to
Who?
get rid of
who?
Plagueis to remove him from 3 movies. To have him wrap around like that, like something will have to happen to him in this
Maybe.
movie.
I don't know.
As I'm sitting here looking at this, I know like I said back to tank, but now it looks like a carbon freezing chamber at the top. So
No,
it looks like a
doesn't have
tank of some
arms.
kind,
Yeah.
sort of. I don't know.
Someone's in there, probably the Emperor.
you think he just like is taking like a mineral bath?
I think it's the Emperor because he's being guarded, and that
would be
a
the
bounty
most. That
hunter.
would be the most logical explanation. Would be the Emperor with his guards. So, I think that
Who else is wearing a cape? Forrest Whitaker's wearing a cape.
I don't
but
think.
that guy's shoulders are way too narrow to be Forrest Whitaker.
Yeah,
He's got like shoulder armor on.
unless they do something weird with Vader and don't fully mask him all the time, and he does wear a cloak. I don't know why they would do that, but who knows?
Well, they kind of have to put the mask on him so he can breathe.
Yeah, they put the mask on him in episode 3. He has a mask.
Right, but he doesn't always wear the mask.
Not outside of his chamber. He does.
I didn't realize Michael Jackson and Darth Vader had so much in common. They both get in their pressure chambers.
Okay, so definitely this shot probably has more talk around it as to who this character is and who he is approaching.
Right. Okay.
So
moving on.
If you continue to fight,
That shot is awesome.
yeah,
The AT-ATs. Oh,
it's like Normandy
Man.
esque sort of feel to, or that's the World War II shot right there.
yeah.
Now my question is what's going on to make them want to run towards?
Well, that's not Yavin.
No,
because those are like
it's a new
pine trees.
planet.
This is the same
Yeah.
place where the
The ship blows
I think
up.
these
Because
are
they
the
don't
doors.
find Yavin because Yavin's still secret later on. So Yavin stays a secret base.
Yeah, Yavin is definitely secret. So maybe this is where the Death Star plans are being held.
Yeah.
I don't know. I just got it. I thought it was more like a shield generator, sort of like the Death Star itself is still protect as it's being constructed. Still has a planetary shield, just
Could
like
be.
it does in Episode 6. And first, they're
I don't
going
know.
down to the planet to destroy the shield. So
I
they
get
can
the
into
feeling
the Death Star.
that with AT-ATs coming in, that it's almost like an imperial invasion on a rebel stronghold. So
maybe they're
Or
there.
a rebel invasion on an Imperial stronghold.
Yeah, but then why would the AT-ATs be there? They'd have like big mounted guns and
yeah,
That's true.
lines of stormtroopers. I think you're right, Doug. I think that's an interesting way to look at it. This could have been their staging area or whatever it was, and then at some point it gets overrun.
it's hard to. I mean,
And
who
that could
knows?
lead actually to the kidnapping that you see, or the arrest that we're sort of thinking in the. This happens, and then she gets arrested, and she's in that one shot where she's looking out the window, and
Yeah,
than it
could be.
happened.
Although, is that the same guy with her behind her? You can't really tell, can you?
I think it's the same guy that's running with her in the subway
But
station.
you can't really
thing.
tell if that's the rebel guy,
Yeah.
her rebel handler or not. Can't really make it out because it's all from behind.
Right.
It does look like him, though.
It looks like him, but is it him? I don't know. It looks very much like him.
You become.
Okay, and then the tease of, is she really an Imperial?
Which, I mean, she's not. It's the Star Wars trope. If you make a bunch of mindless bad guys with helmets that anybody can just put on, then it's really easy to really infiltrate whatever you want. You just put on the same armor that they all have on.
Yeah.
You walk around unbeknownst. Why she chooses to use the...
You gotta be a little taller though. You can be short.
Well, I mean,
It looks like she's got a TIE
TIE
fighter pilot suit on or something there.
I don't
Yeah.
know. What's the sticks? In the
I don't
back?
know what the
Like,
stick
Are they like
is.
bolos? They like weapons, fighting sticks?
I don't
Two of
know.
them.
She uses, like, you see when they're running from the AT-AT, she has two pistols and a pistol in each hand.
When she uses a stick earlier when she's fighting the stormtroopers.
Does she? I didn't
Yeah.
notice.
She probably learns that from the IP man guy.
I don't know. It's a good trailer overall. I mean, because it has all the right elements. You know, it's gotten everybody.
Would you say it's formulaic?
Formulaic. For a good teaser trailer, I suppose so. Music at the end is fantastic. How it mixes the two themes.
I agree.
So, Mark,
So,
Yeah.
I thought it was awesome.
Yeah.
And actually, when I watched it, like I told Mike, when we talked about it when we were on our way to the concert, I actually was like the sword. I was like, I actually feel like I like this better, and I have like the anticipation we had obviously for Force Awakens because it's new life is back into it, but is actually a story that I want to see. I've got a whole different level of excitement.
Are you surprised that Doug is looking forward to seeing the Imperial at its prime?
I think this movie is going to be better
Vader?
than Episode 7.
You didn't answer the question, Mike.
Obviously.
Are you surprised that Doug's rooting for the bad guys? You can't wait for the bad guys to be at their absolute might? I mean,
the guy. He does root for the Imperial. But anyways,
the guy when we play X-Wings only flies TIE fighters is super excited to watch a movie where the TIE fighter is the most powerful fighting force on the planet.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm joking, Doug. Of course, I'm joking. The guy that has his own Darth Vader costume is excited about a movie that Darth Vader may be in.
you don't have a full costume,
No.
do you?
I
Just the helmet.
in high school I built one. Oh. Like I started to assemble one.
Hey, speaking of costumes, I bought a Star Wars costume recently.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah,
you did.
Ray.
Yeah, I bought a Rey costume.
That's what you
You should go with that as Halloween. Just wrap yourself up in some,
What would be actually kind of funny would be like just carry a lightsaber and like a mechanic shirt that just says Rey on it. Hey, I'm Rey. Go Rey Romano with a lightsaber. Hey, everybody loves me.
That's
Yeah.
a terrible impersonation.
or you could wear like a brown exterminator's outfit with a proton pack on your back and a lightsaber.
There you go. I'm Rey.
I'm Ray.
I'm Rey.
I'm
I got a
Uncar plot.
Jabba the Hutt costume.
Oh really?
I did, yeah. It's an inflatable Jabba the Hutt costume that is like, I think from tail to head, it was like 11 feet long.
Who got you that?
I told my wife that it'd be an investment for the future.
So instead of dressing up as Santa, now you're gonna dress up as Jabba.
Pretty much.
Every Christmas.
Every Christmas, every Halloween,
Awesome.
every Thanksgiving.
Happy holidays. It's a honka solo.
Tango.
Jingle bell rock.
So you think that it's gonna be better than Episode 7?
I think it's going to be.
As a movie, it's
I
gonna
think
be better.
as a movie, I think it's going to be better.
No.
Yeah, but you like Jedi.
I agree. I think it's going to be a better movie.
You like Jedi better than Empire, and this movie is going to have a feel of Empire more.
I mean, when you strip away the euphoria of that Episode 7 brought with it.
Yep.
Right now I have a gut feeling that just on a whole as a movie, I'm going to enjoy it more.
I think the story of Episode 7 is really good. Okay, and you can pull all. As much as we want to say it's not a remake of Episode 4, which it isn't, but there's a lot.
It's an homage.
Yes, there is a lot that they pull from it.
Which that's okay.
This movie, I don't think is going to do anything like that. I think it's going to have its own feel. It's going to have this, it's just, I don't know, just from the trailers that I've seen and the
thing
pictures.
is,
I'm just looking at the one picture of the cast, and it's just it's filthy, and that's it looks so real.
This in my mind, this is the first step of freeing the Star Wars universe.
Wider
yes,
world? Okay.
Freeing the Star Wars universe. We have some familiar characters that will probably be in it. There'll be some connection. The general story connects us, but they have the freedom now of these are new characters with new stories. The Star Wars universe is going to, it's setting the stage for the universe to expand.
We were talking about the
beyond the Skywalker line.
Me and Doug Fant were talking about the Obi-Wan movie.
Doug's getting a lot of love.
We were
today.
talking about we would like to see an Obi-Wan movie where the
Right.
movie is him. It ends up somehow on Tatooine where he's having to protect
Luke?
someone coming to find Luke, and he's having to protect him. And it turns out that, and I kind of threw this at him. I said, "What if the reason that the butt-face guy in the cantina doesn't like Luke is because he was involved in that battle and maybe lost a friend or something like that. So he sees Luke and he's like, I don't like you and my friends don't like you either. And there's a reason behind it because he lost somebody in some battle previously with Obi-Wan there trying to protect him.
Interesting. I don't know how you'd write that in, but it's interesting.
I mean, you could just put him in it. I mean, it wouldn't be hard to have him fighting beside a guy and the guy dies and then.
Well, he wouldn't know Luke because Luke would have been a child.
But he would know who Luke is.
I'm with you, Mike. I just think it'd be tricky to.
But wouldn't that be funny though? I mean, to throw that would be just like throwing in the disintegration.
I think the disintegration thing would be a little bit easier to pull off.
Yeah,
what would be cool with the Obi-Wan is you could inject something like the Inquisitors into an Obi-Wan story.
Right.
Where, they're out looking and then all of a sudden maybe they get a little breadcrumb that leads them to Tatooine and then Obi-Wan has to end up combating, and he's trying to put the Force away behind him, not to use the Force, obviously to protect Luke. Maybe he defeats an Inquisitor without really even tapping into the Force.
It could happen on Tatooine in some other place, and Owen and Beru maybe never even heard of it because it's on the other side of the planet or something.
Well, see, that's I don't know why, but I have this image in my head of those Allstate commercials or whatever, where the criminals are breaking into the house or whatever, and all this bad stuff's happening, and right behind it is the agent that's constantly just somersaulting and backbending, so the family never sees her replace the toaster that just broke, or you know what I mean?
I haven't seen
if
that.
If it's not broke, don't fix it.
Yeah, I just had this image of Luke Skywalker playing at the school bus, playing at the school, and the bullies are like, "Hey, get that kid! His parents are just moisture for your mom and dad are really dead." And Luke turns around and comes back, and the kids one does black eyes, "Never mind, you're cool, man." And Obi-Wan's standing around the corner, this, his whole life, all this,
like an old grouch with a newspaper, I'll thump you kids.
Leave him alone. He's a good kid.
He's at Tashi Station.
Sanford and Son.
He's at Tashi Station getting his power converters, and he's about to get mugged.
Qui-Gon, I'm coming home to you.
What a weird mix there.
Sanford and Obi-Wan.
Old Ben's scrapyard.
Yeah. Oh man.
Lives all the way on the other side of the Jetland Waste.
That's right.
That's funny.
Just off the Beltway.
But yeah, I think this movie is going to be better than 7. Because the excitement that I had for 7 is, oh my God, there's another Star Wars movie. This is, oh man, this movie's going to be awesome. Like,
and that's the thing too that like I said, I did watch a lot of reaction stuff online, and that was kind of the takeaway that everybody had is they're like, nobody really knew what to expect. Like, is it going to be good? Like, is this going to work? And then everybody's watching it, and they're just all kind of like, this looks really, really good. Like, this looks like it's going to be a really good movie, you know. And I think that, you know, that maybe because nobody really knew what to expect, maybe there is more freedom there, that freedom from judgment in a way.
Well, I mean, there's got to be a sense of like, all right, we're obviously hitting the right notes. I mean,
yeah.
we're pleasing the most of them.
Now we just got to see Vader.
Yeah, and we will. We're going to. I don't know
if we'll see him in the next full trailer, but I think at some point in one of these trailers.
You think we'll see him before the movie?
Yeah. I think
really. You don't think they'll use that as a shocker in the movie?
No, I think they'll want to make a draw.
They will want to establish that, because still they need to establish. A lot of people don't realize that this is not like, this is the next Star Wars movie.
I bet we don't see Vader until Thanksgiving.
I think we will see. I think
of time for 2 more trailers. I bet we get three trailers.
I think we'll see him in the summer at some point.
Really?
Yeah.
Because
I don't want 3 trailers, dude.
We're gonna get 3. We'll get at least 3. We're gonna get this one. Will be the one that comes out with Civil War. I think. I don't think we'll get another one for Civil War since that's only.
When does Civil War come out?
2 weeks on the 5th.
May 6th. Yeah.
May 6th.
Because May the 4th is that's Celebration, right? Are they doing that? When's
I just about picked up the phone and looked it up, and I didn't. I know it's in London. I don't know.
Because if it is, I'm pretty sure they will release a full trailer. The full trailer that will debut with Captain America, or will be with Captain America.
You think we'll get another trailer that early?
This is a teaser. I think we will get the full trailer that on the 4th.
Man, it's May, man. This movie doesn't come out till December.
That's about what they did last year. We got at D23. No, at Celebration we got the trailer. We got a full trailer.
Because we had the first teaser with him popping up after they crash.
It was at Celebration. That was
Celebration is July 15th through the 17th.
Okay.
So I could see getting a full trailer then.
That was the one that we got. Han Solo. That was
that's
the
the We're Home.
That'll be the one that you probably see Vader in.
Okay. Yeah. I'll give it. Yeah.
Last year that Celebration was in May though, because it was right towards the end of the school year. I remember that.
Yeah, I could see that happening. July, I could see it. I couldn't see it for Civil
But then again, who knows? Because they released this on Good Morning America, so who knows
How
what?
stupid was that? Man, I'm happy I watched it online before I watched it there, because, man, those guys are idiots.
Yeah.
Man, they didn't respect the property, like, at all.
No, it was just the way that they were talking about it. Like, shut up. Like, have you even watched any of these
movies? It's no worse than when they made the Monday Night Football guys, talk about.
Yeah, it's the same idea.
Tonight, at halftime,
and there it is, the most exciting movie that I've never watched or cared about, Star Wars.
Yeah.
May the Force.
I find the most attractive part of a woman is the boobies.
What, Doug? You getting sleepy?
Zap Brannigan.
Zap Brannigan.
I know, but is he...
No, there was a little Brannigan-esque sound there. Anyway, I'm with you. I think it's going to be I think as a movie, right now I feel like it's going to be a better movie. Just as a movie.
Yeah.
Pull out the emotional.
Is it okay if I withhold my vote for now?
No.
That's what I want to do.
Nope. From this trailer. You can change it. I mean...
What am I... I mean, 7 to me did a lot, though. I mean, I think 7 accomplished a whole lot, and I think it's going to take a lot to beat that. And I do believe I'm a little worried that there's going to be a stronger misconception to what Rogue One is. But then again, I underestimate the general nerdiness of the public a lot. But
I think once you get it out there, you get Vader there, and then people are going to be like, oh, Darth Vader. Well, I thought Darth Vader was dead. And then you're like, this actually is an earlier movie. It's happened before.
It'll
that
cement. Arguments has already happened a bunch.
Every normal, Tom, Dick, and Harry will have to be like, I guess we got to call Ryan, their one friend, and be like, find out why Vader's in this trailer.
Right.
Yeah.
Why is Vader in? I don't know.
Hey Ryan, why is Vader in this new Star Wars trailer?
Well, I had to explain to a couple people at work because we were talking about it. They didn't understand where this movie was coming from, and I had to explain it to just people who heard me talk about.
And this would have been a poor use of time. I understand that, and maybe we'll see something like this at the beginning of the trailer. But if it was like, if we would have got like
four scientists 30 years ago kind of thing.
Yeah, or maybe more of like a
crawl.
Like before.
I think you'll get that. I think further in the summer and in the fall, as you're getting more of those smaller little snippets, you're going to be,
the
5
Empire,
years before,
like in the Empire at the height of its power, before building their massive.
That doesn't even give away the time frame. You're going to have to say
a year before the original Star Wars, they stole the plans.
You're going to have to say something like that.
So we're going to get like weird movie guy voice, because we haven't got weird movie guy voice in a long time.
No,
it'll be that, but you'll get
on the screen.
The words on the screen.
I wouldn't be surprised. Honestly, I wouldn't be surprised if they feel they need to of just doing literally before the launch of the trailer, just a quick little splash on the screen of something like that. If they feel they still need to establish it.
I think I really do
like
think
that.
they'll need to. Yeah, like before Luke.
Yeah, before Luke.
Would they kill their? Would they unspoil their own spoiler and be like, before Luke found out that Vader was his dad?
Well, they did that with.
If you're a human being that has cognitive abilities like over the age of 7 or 8, you probably know that.
Yeah, but
what if you're? That's not true. That's not true. Still run into people that don't know.
That don't know that Darth Vader was Luke Skywalker's father.
I work with people that I had to dance around it when I was telling them what order to watch the movies in and stuff like that.
They know who Darth Vader is.
They know who Darth Vader is, but they don't know. They don't.
They're
know
lying.
So did you tell them? Did you tell them 4, 1, 2?
No, I left 1 off.
So
the order in which to watch it.
4, 5, 2, 3, 6. That's the machete order. It's 4, 5, 2, 3, 6. Because you watch 4 and 5, you find out that he is his dad. Then you go back and find out the lineage of Vader, and then you go to 6 to close everything. You watch.
Is it 4, 5? I thought it was
4, 5, 2, 3, 6.
I thought it was 4, 2, 3, 5.
Why
6.
would it be 4, 2, 3, 6? Because 2 tells you that it's.
You're right. Ease up, brother.
It doesn't make any sense, Ryan. Come on.
It's been a long time.
It's 4, 3, 2, 5, 6.
I think what I told somebody to do last time, I said just watch 4, 5, and then watch like the Phantom edit of.
Yeah, you could do that. Yeah, that would work, but
just watch the Phantom edit, then watch 6.
And you tell them Phantom edit, and they're like, "What?"
Because on that whole thing, if you leave episode 1 out, the only thing you lose is why is his mom a slave? Whoop-de-doo. You lose 15 seconds of, and then you realize, oh well, he's gonna go save her. So who cares?
Oh, and midichlorians, you lose that.
Yeah,
too.
and you lose that crap. So, anyways,
but it's higher than Yoda. It is. It's higher than Yoda, Mike. This is Bob.
All right.
What are we going to do about it?
I don't even want to get into
the highest midichlorian count ever.
Hey, thanks for being with us this week, guys, here at the Buffalo Brotherhood. We appreciate it. Closing out episode 104. Had a good time this evening, and hopefully we learned more about Rogue One in July, like we're anticipating. If you have anything you'd like to say or comment, please do so at facebook.com/Buffalo Brotherhood. And you can tweet me at BOBcast. You can tweet the show at BOBcast Nation. Tweet Mike at FooMan2.
Tweet.
2 O's, 2 into the number 2. And you can follow Doug on Twitter and Snapchat at Refried Evil. It's been a lot of fun, guys. I appreciate it. Look forward to learning more about Rogue One. And I promise, most likely, very little Star Wars talk next week. Talk to you guys later. Have a great night.
Not